Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to begin by filling out my eyebrows with a black shadow. This is Urban Decay's Blackout Eyeshadow, and with the Sigma E65 small angle, I'm going to try to fill in my brows but keep them as thin as possible. It had very thin eyebrows, so I'm going to take advantage of my naturally thin eyebrows and fill them in. Carve them out with concealer to clean it up a bit, and then I'm going to set my eyebrows in place with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Let's start off with the eyes today. I'm taking my Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer in Fair. I'm going to apply a small amount on my eyelids and then blend that out with a damp beauty blender. Applying a base before we apply any eyeshadow will keep the eyeshadows very pigmented and keep them in place throughout the whole time we were wearing this look. And then after all of that is blended in, I'm taking a translucent powder and I'm going to set that concealer in place on my eyelids. I'm going in with the Urban Decay Electric Palette and taking Slow Burn this bright orange. I'm taking my Sigma E40 blending brush and I'm going to blend this into the crease. I'm going to really build this up and intensify the color so it comes off more so red, because that is one of the main colors we will be using on the eyes today. So I really packed this on and tried to intensify the color as much as I can in the crease. After that, I'm then taking my Urban Decay Blackout Shadow and I'm going to take a smudger brush. I'm using the Sigma E20 short shader brush, and I'm going to begin by packing this onto my eyelids, and then I'm going to gradually apply it up into the crease. And then after I've packed that on and smudged it out a bit, I'm taking a Sigma E40 with Slow Burn, our crease color, and I'm going to blend out the edges of that eyeshadow. Moving on to the face, I'm going to apply a thin layer of moisturizer. I'm using my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion to moisturize my skin because it was feeling a bit dry and I don't want any dry patches to come through on the makeup. Now we're going to move on to primer. I'm using my Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I'm going to focus this on the cheek and the T-zone area because that is where my makeup tends to really break down. So I'm going to make sure I focus the primer in those areas. For foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me in Matte and Poreless in 112 Classic Ivory, and then I'm going to mix it with a cheap face paint I got from Target, and I mix those two together and I'm applying that with my damp beauty blender and blending that in. The white paint we're mixing in will help lighten that foundation shade, and honestly I didn't really like how this came out. I felt like the paint was so cheap that it kind of ruined the foundation, so after I blended that in as much as I could, I went back over with a light layer of foundation to kind of even it out and cover up that gross effect the white makeup gave to the foundation. So I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend using either a very light foundation or actually a really good quality white face paint. And for my concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, being very picky about covering my under eye circles, just making sure that they get covered, nothing more. Then I'm taking my Revlon Color Stay translucent powder and I'm going to pack this all over the face to set the foundation and concealer in place through the day. Next, I'm going in with Urban Decay's Electric Palette Slow Burn, and I'm going to take a light, fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to begin by applying this on the lower lash line and then gradually smoking it downwards. I really wanted the lower lash line to be very dramatic, and I wanted to bring it down very far than I usually would. I just want the eyes to appear very deep and very set back into the eyes. So I just wanted to give the eyes a hollow effect. And then I'm going to take a light pencil brush and I'm taking Urban Decay's Blackout and I'm going to begin by applying this on the lash line, and then I'll switch over to the fluffy side of the brush and really smoke that out as well. Now I'm going to make the little lines above the brows that it had. So I'm going to take Slow Burn from that Urban Decay Electric Palette and then my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm going to begin by applying a heavy amount of pressure right above the brow, and as I move upwards I'm going to release the pressure so that it comes to a tip and that it kind of fades, so it kind of tapers as well. This was really frustrating and really hard. I should have left it at this step, but I decided to go in with a black shadow and kind of smoke it out. I did have to erase it several times, so don't feel bad if you are having trouble with it, because I sure did. Then I'm taking Slow Burn on my Sigma E65 small angled, and I'm going to begin by mapping out the lines that go from the middle of the lower lash line to the corners of the lips. So just make a curvy line that comes down from your lower lash line to your lips. The hardest part is actually making the lines match. I had to redo it twice to kind of get it somewhat similar, so it takes some time. Just take your time. I'm taking Kat Von D's Everlasting liquid lipstick and Save the Chimps, which I actually applied to my lips, by the way. I'm taking the Sigma E65 small angled, and I'm going to go over that line from the eyes to the lips with that liquid lipstick to give the line some definition and to give it more of a red tone instead of such an orange color. After that, I'm taking Urban Decay's Shadow in Blackout, and I'm taking that small angled brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go over this red line to give the line even more definition. Take your time on this. You want to make it as perfect as possible. My line was definitely not perfect, but you want to try to keep that black shadow on the line as much as possible to keep it looking clean. Then I'm taking that Urban Decay Blackout Shadow, and I'm going to begin by smoking out the lines that are above my eyebrows. Just take your time on this as well. It definitely was not perfect. It was more of like a messier look, but just practice. I had to redo this step several times, so just take your time, and if you mess up, just remove it and start over. Then I'm taking my Sigma pencil brush, the E30 with Slow Burn. I'm going to apply that on the nose and smoke out the edges with my finger. And then after that, I'm taking the Urban Decay Blackout Shadow, and I'm applying a small amount in the center of the nose to get a little bit of contrast. Now I'm taking a big fluffy MAC brush. I think this is the 224, yes. And I'm going to begin by smoking out that Slow Burn color down the neck to give a little bit of an extra touch. I wanted to do something on the neck, so I thought this would be really fun. So I'm going to pack that on and blend it out. And for my lashes, I'm using my Kiss Lash Couture Foaming Lashes in Midnight to finish off the eyes. And again, I'm taking my Kat Von D liquid lipstick, and I'm taking a Sigma eyeliner brush. This is the E10 small eyeliner, and I'm going to begin by making small vein-like lines down the neck. It looks really cool. Just make uneven squiggly lines down the neck, and it will give a really cool effect. And I even branched off some lines on top of other lines, so just make it look really messy. It looks so cool, and it really finished off the look and gave an extra touch that just finished the look well. And that completes this Creepy It PennyWise makeup tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed. If you recreate it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. My username and all of my other social media accounts will be in the description box. I love you so, so much. Jesus loves you very much. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.